target. Big sweep, finds the net. Oh, tip in, oh, tip home.
Teku finds the goal.
Only seen 1 second, driven strike, straight through. East Halliday finds his way through as well, and Uddingston back level.
The defenders here to help. Able to put around Ferretti though.
Just like to play on. Feed across and a sweet ball. Really a Muir.
That was the difference there. It was a crash ball in, that little deflection through the shoulder that just changed the line, changed the angle. And
looks like the drag flick driven straight at the feet of Hadland. Now Miller charging through. Skip around the challenger, Crichton, Miller, the chance. Successive saves there. Through to Mullen. Now surely. Hello everyone, welcome to Uddingston Hockey Club as our Gents 1s are in Scottish Hockey Scottish Plate, I should say action, against Strathclyde University. It's not raining, despite what the pictures you might be seeing right now suggest. It's just the water cannons onto the pitch in time for the game getting underway. The guys just warming up. Our ladies 4s just finished up in the game prior, so just catching warm up at the moment as the guys get sorted. Delighted to see that I'm joined by our director of hockey, looking a little bit tan today, Gareth, aren't you?
yeah, I've just got back from 2 weeks with the Scotland senior men's team out in Chile. Sunny Santiago, 32 degrees every day, is nothing to sniff at. But good to be back in sunny Scotland, I can actually say today. I'm looking forward to getting back on the comms and seeing how our Gents 1s fare against our new partners with Strathclyde University.
Yeah, interesting partnership. I'll pick your brains on that just for a wee moment as well. So a chance for those getting involved at the University of Strathclyde taking on further studies or going into higher education to then have that education supported and play alongside us here at the Hockey Club. Real interesting opportunity for folks who maybe, like, without that support, without that sports scholarship aspect of things, getting to university might be a struggle. And now that just opens that door for them to further their career, whether it happens on the hockey pitch or whether it happens outside of that.
Indeed, and it's a good opportunity for, I suppose, the local university to ourselves and a local hockey club to kind of partner up and really start building those links between universities and clubs. Because what you tend to find is that clubs like to be their own little silos, universities like to be their own little silos. So it's certainly a unique partnership in Scotland in particular, and yeah, it certainly gives people the opportunity, those that are maybe considering doing masters, that actually the additional support funding that could help with that, but then likewise actually the partnership with shared resources and shared knowledge across the two programmes as well. I think there's a lot more that meets the eye rather than just maybe a scholarship. So it's certainly an interesting, obviously in its infancy. It was only signed at the back end of last year. So yeah, it's certainly one that will blossom and thrive over the coming months and years to come.
Certainly sets the stage for what I guess we would call now a friendly rivalry, a little bit of competitive nature between the two teams. Not that there wouldn't have been originally, but certainly when you have the links, I guess it's the onus on each other to kind of prove yourselves as the big dogs, or prove your place and show your worth in a game like this. And I guess that just kind of goes for Scottish Plate games across the board, partnership or not. Yeah,
it's the partnership derby, we can call it that if we want. But I think it's also, we look at it from, let's have a look at it from a league perspective. You've got Uddingston's Gents first team that are in the Premiership, and you've got Strathclyde University that are in National League, so the division below. So from a Strathclyde University point of view, I imagine they would have had conversations about this during the week in terms of playing a team from a division above. Gives us an opportunity to test ourselves against the Premiership team and kind of ultimately then for them to kick on in the second half of their National League season, whilst pressure here will be on Uddingston in terms of, actually, this is a team from the division below. The expectation will be that Uddingston win. But as we saw in kind of the plate last year, our Gents fell at the stage to Glasgow Uni, that are also in the same league as Strathclyde. So there's certainly recent history that suggests that Strathclyde can be hopeful and kind of actually look to potentially take a Premiership scalp here today.
Well, forgive me for wanting to be on the side of the party poopers on this one. I will take a home win comfortably, please. That would be very nice. But also, like I say, what we'll take first and foremost is a competitive and interesting game of hockey. A nice little bit of goal mouth action. Let's just be greedy and like have a high scoring one as well, Gareth. Let's really have good fun here today.
A 9-6.
Look, if you're offering me a 9-6, I'll take a 9-6 right now. Just waiting to see if there's any like sign from umpiring. I don't know how close we're getting to getting things started. It looks like we're still in the warm-up stages, which I guess, Gareth, means we've talked a little bit about the time. A big congratulations in order for how the Scottish Hockey women's team got on over in Chile. A nice trip out to Santiago, and well worth the effort by the sound of things. Yeah,
it was a really good experience from the squad, and it sounds like a cliche that the squad came together over the course of the 2 weeks and it improved as it went through, but sometimes cliches are there to be said because they're true. Fantastic results against Korea in the group, who were at that time world rank number 15, and we were ranked number 16, and again followed up with a massive win against Japan to finish off the competition to finish 5th, which ultimately meant we finished ahead of our ranking. We went in as the 7th ranked team and came out as the 5th, which was great, but then also we moved up from 16 to 15 in the world, which is fantastic when we look ahead to World Cup qualification for next year, and some fantastic opportunities for younger players to get some experience. There was a couple of first caps out there for the senior women, and yeah, it was certainly a fantastic opportunity. And Santiago in Chile is just a place without hockey that I probably wouldn't have thought of going. So it's certainly great to go and experience different cultures and different cities as well.
It kind of ticks all the boxes of what you want for hockey in Scotland, is to see it develop. It's also an opportunity for younger players to come through to stake their case and force their way into a setup, and just to see. It sounds silly, but just constantly making, even if it's a smaller step, even if it's not like a massive leap forward that comes around because you've had a miracle tournament or anything like that. Just steady progress and seeing that as a sign that things could keep moving forward as well, as players keep coming through, that hopefully we keep going upwards as well.
Absolutely, and I remember I joined the senior women's programme back in February 2022, and in that time, it may not sound like a lot, but in 3 years we've gone up from world number 18 to world number 15.
But these are really hard fought ranking points. These are look, we can look at hockey and say, compare its popularity to some of the big global sports where you going up a couple of ranking points is sometimes a little bit easier just because of the nature of how many teams are playing and the quality level. But these are really hard fought. This top 20 or so, it's real tooth and nail to get up a couple of spots. So, like you say, just keep that train, just keep chugging on, just jumping up every now and again. Certainly room for optimism for Scottish hockey.
Absolutely. Again, same on the men's side as well, coming out as Nation Cup 2 winners in Oman. And again, looking at their squad, it was a mixture of youth and experience, and it's not just looking at men or women and saying, oh, they've had a good tournament. Actually, it's a strong reflection on both programmes. Men will be competing in Nations Cup next year, women retaining that spot in Nations Cup. So both teams, both programmes, certainly there's some exciting prospects in there as the men look to go to European B over in Portugal in July, and the women have got the European champs in Mönchengladbach in August to look forward to. So it's certainly, the Nations Cup's a fantastic tournament to play people in and around your ranking, and that's where you look at competitions. We talked about the danger of ranking points, and as a Scotland programme, again, because of obviously GB, especially in Olympic year, the access to capped games in those kind of years is limited. So it's certainly an opportunity to go and take on teams in and around us and see how we fare up, which is great.
Well, while we're still waiting for the guys to get sorted, we're going to just take a quick pause and we'll be back just shortly. That's just me. The stream will still keep running on. You're just not going to hear my voice for just a couple of seconds.
All deadly quiet, yeah?
Okay, everyone, got a little bit of an answer for you just in terms of what's going on at the moment. We are expecting to start the game pretty soon, which is a little bit of an issue with umpires. The umpires at the moment, I think some of them are just stuck trying to make their way across here. In the meantime, what that's meant is Director of Hockey Gareth Ikens abandoned me and abandoned you and his commentary duties to go down and pick up a whistle just for now and take over for umpiring to get this game started. And by the look of things, it's like Jackie McDuff, who's another club member who's an umpire too, might well be the other one that's delegated in. What it does mean is we've had a little bit of a change in the commentary booth. Callum Grant stands next to me. Callum, you're someone who's going to be more familiar to the opposition here today than anyone from Uddingston. So you tell me regularly turning out on the Wednesdays in the Bucks team for Strathclyde, which means you're very familiar. The good news for us is with Stephen McKenzie.
Oh yeah, very familiar with Stephen. And then is it Jamie Wilson as well? He plays for us. We actually just won the Bucks Conference Cup on Wednesday.
Oh, congratulations!
Yes, in St Andrews. That was good. So we've done our Bucks undefeated season, got back up to Scottish Tier 1, and we won the cup as well, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, this is all very new to me. I've never done commentary ever in my life. Never mind in hockey, but in any sport. So it's all very new to me, but let's hope it's a battle of epic proportions.
Exactly, exactly. Duck to water so far. Yeah. So what we'll do is you and I are basically just going to join in the waffle that's going to have to follow, I'm afraid, until we realise what's going on.
Well, we're going to get to know each other real well.
You've seen it before in other sports, like cricket. When it rains, you just chat.
Yeah, exactly.
You realise that it's been half an hour and suddenly the game's actually started. We probably need to start talking about the game. But for now, both ourselves and Strathclyde are just keeping things ticking over as we get ready for the game. So yeah, a successful Wednesday. So that's a big congratulations as well for Stephen and Jamie as well, and see yourself. And I assume a couple of the boys there on the pitch as well were Wednesday and Saturday players. Oh
yeah, like the vast majority of them are. Well, we've only got 12 players today, I believe, and I think it can sometimes be quite tricky with the Saturday stuff to get the same numbers as the Wednesday, because Wednesday we have 16 every week, but Saturday people have other commitments. You don't always get the same amount of interest in playing. So with 12 players, might be a wee bit tricky, but yeah, I mean, we'll see how the game goes. I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It should be good fun, and guys just having a quick chat in the centre circle. Meanwhile, made a circle themselves on the 25 is really the way I should phrase that. Strathclyde doing similar. It looks like we are almost ready to get things started, which puts us in a good spot. And Scottish Plate, nice little bit of a cup story to it as well. And we were speaking with Gareth about the possibility of an upset. Our boys had a bit of a rough time last season when they went out at this stage in this level of competition against Glasgow University. Fellow Glaswegian University coming to town to try and spoil the party for a second year in a row. I have to say, I hope you don't. I hope you have a terrible time up here, apart from enjoying the good conversation and getting to commentate and everything like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like the viewers, I'm sure they'll relate. You're like, you always got to support the underdog. It could be an underdog story. Why wouldn't you support the underdog? But yeah, I did hear about that Glasgow Uni match last year, and I'm sure that wasn't an ideal scenario for you guys. But I mean, yeah, I've not really seen Uddy play much before. I mean, you guys are doing okay in the Prem, though. You guys are doing fine.
It's been it's been perhaps a tougher season than the boys would want, but you know, just trying to finish on a high now and see things through from here on out. Bottom six, but with a couple of games coming up that the guys, I'm sure, at the start of the season would have targeted either way, whether it was whether it was during the regular or in the split as well. It does look like we're almost ready to get started. Fantastic.
Happy days indeed, yeah.
Panic over.
Yeah.
No need for half an hour waffle.
So is this wire going to make it over here to the window? Yeah.
Should be able to
Yeah,
stretch just
happy
fine.
days.
Yeah, I got a nice little view from.
Unreal. I'm going to put my sunglasses on. It's quite bright.
Yeah, as you see, the guys when they were doing the warm up had doing skins and shirts training, which was funny. And now shirts all back on, and we're ready to get started.
We're underway. I can't believe it.
Just trickles out on the far side there. It's an interesting one for both sides in terms of how you approach quarter one. Do you take it softly if you're Uddingston, just grow your way into the game and try and maintain control over it as you do so? If you're Strathclyde, do you juggle starting fast and trying to bloody noses early, or save yourself and do the same and just try and grow yourself at the game and get that confidence level up and start asking questions?
Yeah, well, I think that's the question, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure Uddy will want to start quickly, because I'm sure they won't want to give Strath anything to hold on to, and the longer the game goes on, where obviously Uddy aren't ahead, it gives Strath more motivation and an added confidence. So I think if I was Strath, I'd just be wanting to keep it tight at the back and take your chances when they come. But yeah, if I was Uddy, I think an early goal will definitely be on their minds. That's what they'll be after, I'd imagine.
Good early work down the far side, the right from Strathclyde as they try and keep things moving around, but the pass just betrays them there out of play the far side. But it's those little exchanges you want for early doors from a Strathclyde perspective, just able to keep a little bit of possession, start to probe and ask questions. Those most misplaced passes you can put down just first couple of minutes, and you'll tidy them up as the game goes on.
I think it's always important for any player in any game, just early in the game, to just try and get on the ball and produce a good pass, produce a good moment, become more comfortable on the ball, get the confidence levels up. So yeah, I guess Strath will just be trying to warm up and get on the ball and get used to the surface, get used to the game, and yeah, I think that's exactly what they should be doing.
Kenzie, it's up from right side of the defence now. Campbell. Jed Campbell sporting the captain's armband today, taking over captaining duties from Stephen McKenzie's Alex McGregor in the tee, looking for opportunities. Nothing doing there. A little shout maybe suggested that there was something to award, but umpires don't see it that way. Strathclyde just trying that quick break, the oohs and ahs as well. Calabri's here starting to get into this, starting to enjoy it as a away side. Try and find the rhythm. Louis Gardner. Squeeze it across the right. Wilson to sweep in. Oh, just wide, Alex McGregor.
I do have to say as well, I've not been here at Uddingston in a very, very long time, and the facilities did kind of blow my mind when I first came. It's all very professional, and it's so cool. There's not really very many hockey pitches and hockey facilities in terms of what you have going on at the side here, and the cameras and the standing area, the pitch as well, the water base. There's very few sort of facilities as good as this in Scotland that I've seen. It's absolutely awesome.
I appreciate it. Like I say, I feel very lucky to be able to stand up here and chat in the way that the setup we've got here for UDDY TV, and I think it's reflected across the club in terms of the effort and commitment that's gone on to try and build the club to what it is. And like I say, just hoping to see it pay dividends from here on. And I know Alan McGill, who's a big part of the reason why we're at this stage, is certainly one that always has the next plan. So I'm curious to see and find out what the next step is, because there's always another one. And let you see.
I reckon the next step should be a 4,000-seater stadium. Build the stand. There's enough room over there. Doesn't matter about the cricket pitch.
Just get one that you can spin round,
Yeah,
and then
try
you can have one for the cricket as well.
Try to get a Ryan Reynolds type character to just buy over the club and start a Netflix documentary.
Hey, look, there's enough cameras here. If we could really have a go at Netflix if we want. I don't know if my camera work could stand up to it, but we'd see. Meanwhile, on the pitch, Uddy pushed down the right, and again just trying that little probing move. This time, Lucky Gardner at the heart of it, but can't find anything that sticks properly. Forced to settle just instead for the long. Now Richmond Spouse steps up, looks, wants to drive this one in. It's a little tip on the way through and behind. It's one thing's right, not a prodigious hockey player. No, I don't look at either. It's one that I've started to notice a lot more, is when players get to that edge of D, a little bit of space, not much pressure, you watch their eyes just light up and go, right, I can just drive this one in and see what can happen. And certainly for Connor Richmond Spouse there was the space to try and send one in and ask some questions.
So the boys would kill me if I didn't say this. Obviously I've got a good relationship with Stevie. He's an absolutely lovely guy. But I'm just curious, have you ever seen him take a penalty flick?
I couldn't possibly comment on that one, Your Honour.
I have to say, they don't want to say this. I've seen him take 4 penalty flicks in my time at Strathclyde, and I've never seen him score a single one.
Look, if he fancies breaking that today, I'm not to complain. But
no,
I've got to be honest, I'm not sure if he's top of the duties list on that
I've
one.
royally tempted fate now, haven't I?
Look, like I say, I don't think he's top of the duties list. You probably get away with it today. But what we have had in the meantime is the first short corner opportunity for Uddingston. It's Mackenzie across on injecting duty, so no chance of a drag flick from the edge from him.
Maybe a deflection though if he's running in. Just wonder what the move will be. Let's see.
It's Campbell and Halliday that look like they're the targets at the top. It goes for Campbell, driven in straight to the keeper. Good save. Fully clear and sent back across. Dancing around, Alex McGregor fires in.
Very good finish.
And Uddingston, well, we wanted an early goal. We've grabbed one. Really good finish, smart finish from Alex McGregor, just to put a lot of pace on that, gave the keeper in defence no chance. I certainly think, though, from a Strathclyde perspective, there'll be a little bit of frustration at you get the first block in, you get the save in on that short corner. It's just clearing lines after that where it doesn't quite come together.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't really, I'd have to see it again, but I didn't really see a true opportunity to try and clear the ball. But after the keeper makes the save, you just want to try and get it away and reset. And obviously it goes back into the danger area, and that's a very good poacher's, striker's goal. It's a very talented, smart finish. And yeah, so that's exactly what Strath wanted to avoid. And now we're 1-0 down. We're going to have to maybe push up a little bit more, and that's exactly what Uddy would have been looking for.
And Campbell, Uddy looks to keep the pressure on. Sends the long bomb, just asks too much. Louis Gardner there. Suspect. Sorry, just a brief technical interlude there. Right. Up here in the UDDY TV country, just a small problem to fix. All fixed now, and back to the action is Strathclyde looking to find a way to respond to that opening goal. 6-7 minutes in for Uddingston. Instead it's Jed Campbell trying to purchase his way forward. Drop of the shoulder, moves left and right, able to open up space now in the middle for Richmond Spouse. And Russell. Strachan happy to let that one run and just restart from the sideline.
Yeah, obviously there's been a couple of counter-attacks from Strath so far, and we've managed to get into some decent areas, but it's definitely been all Uddy so far. We just need to try and secure the ball when we're up the pitch, just like that. Just try and secure the ball, get into good positions, win a free hit, get everybody up there, and that should be the aim. And I guess the lads will just be trying to get it in the D and try and get a short. We've got a couple good flickers, so well, that's not going to help our case much for now. But but yeah, I mean, I don't think that we should be too discouraged so far. I mean, only a goal, anything can happen from that. We just need to try keep getting up the pitch, and hopefully we can get a short at some point. But definitely Uddy have been the dominant team so far.
And just from a player's perspective, obviously you're speaking at the start of the game about the kind of season you have had. Probably not encountered this too much in that season, but
Yeah,
there is a kind of just keep your head. Don't let the opening quarter. There's not a lot that can happen in the opening quarter that will lose you a game.
No.
So I guess for Strathclyde, you're basically saying just keep calm and just try and build yourself into it.
Absolutely, just want to stay in the game, and you know, I'm sure there's still, is there a scoreboard anywhere? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I mean, still about 6 minutes left of this this quarter. I guess we'll just be wanting to stay in it, and if we were 1-0 down at the end of the first quarter, I don't think that's a disaster. But it's a good point you made, because normally this season, obviously we got relegated from the Bucks Scottish Tier 1 last year, and we've been in the Scottish Tier 2, and there's some good teams and good players in that league, but we've definitely been the dominant team, and we're used to controlling the game, so it's definitely a different sort of scenario today, where Uddy are probably going to be more dominant, and I guess it's just how do you adapt, because we've not been in many situations like this season.
Bounce up, just goes Uddy's way, and Richard Spice helps with a turnover.
I believe Matty McCrossan in the midfield just down there. I think it's number 11. I think he might have played a game for Uddy. I think he came to training a couple of times, but oh no, he's number one. But yeah, Matty McCrossan. I think he was about to play for Uddy, but then he just decided he loved Strath too much, and and he's in his first year at UDDY, and I don't think he wanted all the travel involved with it, and I think Strathclyde just seemed like the choice for him. But he's a very talented player, come over from Belfast, and he's definitely one to look out for.
See if we can persuade him back when the end of the academic year, and just have that conversation and say, you know what, you've had first year, you've had your try. Let's see if you want to jump across as well. You have to forgive us. You get promoted, and then we're standing here going like, oh, we'll take Matty off you, thanks. Oh dear, as the aerial goes long, just runs out on Graham Haxton there, trying to get underneath it. I guess that's the challenge as well from a university hockey perspective. You've got a good group, it's a successful group. It's now just how do you maintain that success, and into next year when there'll be a little bit of turnover obviously, but there'll be a couple of new faces coming in, I'm sure too. It's an interesting challenge the university side to face.
Yeah, I think well, so I used to play for ESM in the Scottish Prem, and normally, well, I was playing the year we got promoted from the National League up to the Prem, and obviously there's quite a few uni teams in that league, and the main message before we played uni teams was always you know, let them get annoyed at each other, let them get frustrated. They're a young bunch, they might not have much discipline, but I think that's what maybe separates us from quite a lot of other uni teams. I do think it's a very, very friendly, nice group of lads, and I don't think we ever get on our backs, and I don't think we ever get frustrated with each other. We take things as they come, and I think that's definitely one of our strongest attributes. We're always together as a team, which obviously with some uni teams you don't always come across, and you can get frustrated, and then the longer the game goes on, and then start to make bad decisions. But I do think that we have a level of discipline to our team that not all uni teams will have, so I definitely think that plays in our favour.
At Unity, as we see that two banks of three just step forward and across, and just trying to help things along. And Greer looking for the ball across. Nick had to make that stop just, and then Uddy goal there. And Strachan.
Good tackle there from Park.
Exactly the kind of defender's tackle you want in that kind of position. Just
yeah.
If it's go out play, okay, just break it up, slow it down.
Yeah.
Now Campbell. Ian Haxton can just exchange passes as they look for a route forward. Richmond Spouse. Shout of goal there from Haxton. Delayed the pass from Campbell, so he was looking for other options. I like what he sees. Forced to just retain. Spouse just in the tangle in the middle.
Well played quickly there. And yeah, good block from Conor Greer.
It's a good sliding challenge there, actually, from Conor Greer there. Just he needed to step in. Not often in hockey you see a sliding challenge, but you know.
No. Probably not, more often than not on a water base than any other type of pitch.
You actually say, yeah. You're not sliding so much on a sand-based pitch, sure.
It was very funny at the start of the game during the warm-up. There's obviously quite a few spectators at the side there, and I don't know. It's like none of them have ever been here before. Maybe they haven't, because chance here for Uddy.
Gregor goes looking, win the side of short as well.
But none of them were expecting the water cannons to come on at the beginning, and I think quite a few people got soaked. But it is always quite funny to see. There is normally a warning, but yeah. So I think it was the same for some of the players on the pitch as well, that were still just getting a few things sorted from the previous game and finishing up. Got a little bit caught in the crossfire of it. But hey, look, on a day like today, you don't mind it so much. No, absolutely not.
Rotations bring just a little bit of change for the short corner routine. I think look to shift things around. Two different castles, and by that I mean Jed and Finn have switched places. Strachan sends in. Still Jed Campbell the target, sweeps one in, finds his way through as well. Uddy make it two.
I think that might have gone through the keeper's legs, maybe. It was quite a central flick, but it got enough power on it and enough direction, and now we find ourselves in a much more difficult position than if it was just one, and obviously right before the end of the quarter. That's got to hurt.
That's a sore one. That's a sore one. I mean, the good news if you're a certain way inclined is if you'd like. And if that has gone through the keeper's legs, they'll happily provide the finish across as well. We're dobbing anyone in here. It's one of the great things about having the cameras out, just as we are in that end of first quarter break, is the notion that like as soon as someone has something humorous happen, whether they create it themselves by accident or by deliberate choice, it's hit the highlight button, boys. I want to see that one later. It's all in good fun. All in good fun is we do hit the end of first quarter mark. Uddingston 2 goals to the good at the moment, and starting the game, I guess, in the way Uddingston want and the way Strathclyde would have feared in terms of getting those 2 quick goals and stamping some authority on the game, and making the task for the next 3 quarters for Strathclyde a case of step out and start to play more and more, which perhaps ends up playing into Uddingston's hands.
Well, I mean, they always say that 2-0 is probably one of the most dangerous scorelines in sport, because the opposition get a goal right back in the game, then they have the momentum. But having said that, it now means that the next goal is key, and I would imagine if Uddy do grab the next goal, it might be, Strath will have a mountain to climb. I'm not saying it's impossible, but they will have a mountain to climb. And if we manage to get the next goal and manage to maybe get a counter-attack or a short corner, then we give ourselves a chance. But right now we're definitely not out the game yet, but the next goal is most certainly key.
So I've only been doing this, speaking over hockey, for a couple of years now. I played hockey a little bit in school, but not enough.
And where did you go to school?
Across over the English Channel, actually.
Oh, right, okay, wow.
International school in Belgium, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
So that's the only reason why I end up with hockey rather than rugby, to be honest. But with that comes the kind of classic new person to hockey observations. And one of the things I've really enjoyed about hockey the last couple of years is the way the quarter structure works means that you have a quarter that you think will set the tone for the rest of the game, and then quarter 3, traditionally, from what I've seen, comes along and just throws that out the window. Like, it's more than a lot of other sports I've watched, continue to watch, will watch in the future. It seems to change so quickly, and some of it could just be who starts a quarter well, that the scoreline can completely change over. So, like you say, while we're looking at this first quarter is one that hasn't gone to plan for Strathclyde, there are 3 more, and a lot can still change.
Absolutely. I think hockey's it's a crazy sport. It's very high scoring. It's like football but without the offsides. And so absolutely, I completely agree. There's a lot of different ways you can score, and I think this is a big quarter for us now. We need to basically make sure that we don't go 3 behind while also trying to get a few opportunities and try and grab a goal. But from a Strath perspective, I would say that if we get through this quarter and it stays at a 2-goal margin, I think that we can take some confidence from that, but we definitely can't go any further behind, and if we could get a goal, that would definitely help our case.
Wilson, meanwhile, as a push forward, looking to expand on that good first quarter. Gardner, Richmond Spouse just down to run the first bit of pressure. Murray just rotate all the way around the back. McKenzie just shows too much. Get a chance now as he recovers and just cushion it back to Campbell.
I think you can tell Strath are still sitting fairly deep. Probably not wanting to press too high just yet. Still want to just stay in the game, but it does seem to be quite a deep press at the moment. They're happy for Uddy to pass the ball around at the back, and I get it. You don't want to commit too many bodies forward too early, especially while you're still somewhat in the game. So
it always feels like with a high press, when you watch it not quite come together, for the forwards it must be tiring for one, but also it ends up looking ragged in that kind of chasing shadows kind of nature. And I wonder if how much of that, the way it starts to feel on the pitch starts to bleed through to you mentally in terms of like, it looks ragged from us watching up here. Perhaps it feels ragged on the pitch as well. So sometimes it is just the better call to be right. Let's sit and be disciplined and work from there.
Absolutely. Good stuff from Harry Gray here, and he's won the free hit just outside of the left-hand side of the D. Takes it early. He managed to win it short.
He got the outcome.
That was very, very good from Harry Gray. The Bucks Wednesday captain there. Very good skills. Managed to do that all himself, and we've managed to give ourselves a chance. So happy days.
I see. Short corner is just such a difference maker, more so than perhaps a lot of other sports where you have this one set routine where you can earn it slightly. I say easily. Easily is perhaps not quite true, but you can earn it easier than a lot of other chances of this kind of nature.
Absolutely.
In a lot of other sports. So just heaps the pressure on the team.
I'd imagine this will be a McCrossan number 1. I'm sure this will probably be a Matty flick. Hopefully the goalkeeper and the defenders out there aren't linked up to hearing what we can say in here.
Not that I'm aware of. If they are, take the headphones out, please. We really shouldn't. And as you call it, straight into Russell. Just a little touch on the shoulder, make sure he's okay, but fine, and Uddy keep moving forward.
Yeah, well, I think we can take some confidence from winning the short there. I think we've started this quarter pretty strongly. That's great stuff from Ali Duncan. And it'll be a free hit.
Just a little signal there from Gareth about the nature of that as well. I think it's just how that charge forward from Ali came about just meant that there was always that opportunity for the hit. As the play that follows doesn't come to anything.
I can't say I can think of any other sports teams in Scotland that its colours are blue and yellow. It's a unique choice, isn't it?
Now you say it, you've got me racking my brains trying to think of anyone that fits alongside it. It's one of the lesser spotted colour combinations across sport.
It works. It works.
I will say actually, I'm a bit of a sports top collector, and you've got a good design on the Strathclyde top. I'm a fan.
It's nice, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not a massive Heart of Midlothian fan, so don't always love the colour maroon, but no, it works in Strath. And that'll be a short, yeah.
Jed Campbell just swings a stick trying to get a clearance in, and it pops up, and Strathclyde player looks okay. Could have been a store one, but it's instead looks like he's okay, and more importantly, another short corner for Strathclyde this quarter.
It's been a really strong start to the quarter from Strath, and yeah, as I said, I think we can take quite a lot of confidence from this, and if we could manage to make one of these opportunities count, then yeah, I think we'll be right back in the game. So hopefully this time, but we'll see.
A little shift in the routine, so we'll see what that brings about. And a little mix up the drive across. Happy to play on is Nick Hadlin. Caught the save, yeah. Murray can just about get clear. Just a little pause there in the middle of the D.
Should be a
temper is just starting to fray a little bit there. A shout of real frustration. Strathclyde ball though. I see just in that previous short corner, just time started to stop, and then the little gesture from Gareth saying, no, keep playing. Like, still the opportunity to take a pop at goal.
Well, my hockey instinct was about to kick in there as if I was playing, like, that should be a card umpire. Hit the ball away, but you know what? I've done it before. And yeah, I can see why the umpire just kind of brushes it off. It's the first one of the game, and I don't see why you should card somebody this early on. I mean,
well, it's something that seems to be pretty commonplace across sport. What most sort of players and fans seem to call for is a more common sense approach to decision making when it comes to umpiring and refereeing and that kind of thing.
That's a great touch.
That's a lovely bring down. Put a pin in that discussion as Richmond Spouse goes looking. Find a way through.
Richmond Spice.
Richmond Spouse.
Richmond Spouse, all right. Oh, but even still, what a name. What a name.
He's a great lad, our corner. I'll pass on your feedback on his double barrel surname there as well. McKenzie. Try forward and look for something. Happy just to draw defenders and rotate back. That's one, Jay Campbell, one back, just an aborted flick.
Ooh.
Could that break kindly? It looks like it's got too much sauce on it, and Hadlin out will just make sure of it. Just as we're saying about a game that starts to find its feet, find a little bit of momentum that's going to oscillate back and forth, what we're also starting to see is a little bit of that not needle, but that little bit of scrap, that little bit of fight from two teams that really want to get into the next round of the play competition.
I mean, so it's a chance of silverware at the end of the day, and it would cap off a very good season for either team. So I think there's a lot of motivation to go and win this game today, and I think I still think that Uddy probably, I would say that they definitely deserve to be in the position that they're in this game, being 2 goals ahead. But I think Strath just getting up the pitch more and realising they can go and win shorts, and they can get into good areas, and they can kind of get through the Uddy midfield and defence a wee bit. I think that you can see that's given them a lot of confidence in this quarter, and yeah, I think that we're being a lot stronger.
I guess the frustration will be if we get to end of quarter and we're still at that kind of like 2-0, or I guess less what Uddingston managed to do on the scoreboard, but to have that time where you feel like you're on top and making something happen. And umpire's happy to let play go on for now.
Yeah, but
it's Campbell down, and now the whistle does go. It looks like the will stop. Just popped up, I think, and caught Jay Campbell off guard there.
Yeah, I don't think the umpire saw, but I think it's always important if somebody potentially has a head injury to just stop play as soon as possible, isn't it?
I think it's one of those ones that it caught up and caught him, and it looked like he'd initially just worked out what was going on and then realised that kind of slow delay of like, oh no, that has hit me in the face.
That would have been real interesting if Strath had scored there. Like, what on earth would have happened?
It certainly gets a little bit of tension going, doesn't it? Certainly gets a little bit of interest. I said I wanted drama at the start of this. I will take it however it comes.
I've not seen a bully in a long time. Here we go.
I say lesser spotted bully.
Roll it back the years. Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. Very respectful.
Interesting moments like that as well. Just lets everyone take a little bit of a breather. We were saying how this game's got a little bit of scrap, a little bit of hearing, perhaps from the atmospheric mics, a little bit of the frustration start to bleed through. Those little pauses there, I wonder what it does to just calm you down, let you take a breath for a second.
Absolutely. Well, I do think that it does seem as though Uddy are happy to let Strath have more of the ball this quarter. I do think that definitely has been playing a factor, because they aren't pressing as high, and I think maybe they've got their 2 goals in the first quarter and they wanted to go for it at the beginning. Maybe this quarter they were happy to just let us see a bit more of the ball, and because they've already put themselves into a good position. So.
Haxton just gets us restarted from the sideline now. Campbell, Derek. Into middle, Strachan will just play that one back, and this race from Campbell has him scampering back, trying to recover that one as draws out a bit of pressure. The drive forward opens the door for Strachan to step onto. Will be slowed by the umpire's whistle. Stopped entirely. Haxton getting the turnover there. Now Halliday goes looking, wants this ball early and forward, sends it down the channel, but it'll have too much. Just a little flurry there from Uddies. There's a little bit more of a impetus to step on and try and ask some more questions. It has been, as you say, Callum, a little bit of a passive quarter 2. Oh. Speaking of passive, just commentator's cursed that.
I think he was thinking about what he's having for breakfast this morning.
Look, we've all been there. It's the, I was about to say summer sun, but we'll call it spring sun. Just enjoying the nice weather for a second.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Oh, the ball's coming my way.
I am playing a hockey match at the moment. All in good fun. All in good fun. Strathclyde back with possession. Look to push it down the line.
Very good touch by
that will hold up as well. A chance to drive towards the D. Happy to recover. A couple of shouts there from Strathclyde looking for the outcome. They've recovered ball though. Halliday will make sure it turns over again. Campbell.
It's a very good ball.
It's out McKenzie. Sorry, keep working it down the right. Louis Garner just shows too much. Right behind it goes. Battle in the middle goes Strathclyde's way. That blast the umpire's whistle confirming that one. Again, they're trying down this far side, the right, trying to find a way to push forward. Campbell sees it coming, takes it apart. Oh, look to the sky in frustration. Rooney McDonald playing with the ones, but wasn't quite able to recover that pass from Campbell. Allows Strathclyde to step back on it, but they'll run it out behind. Was a little bit of time off in the quarter. Obviously our clock's not synced to the umpires or anything like that. We're not quite that technically adept just yet, but what it does mean is it looks like we've got a couple of minutes left of this quarter. It might be just a little bit longer than that.
That's good.
Able to hold, and now Strathclyde with, as we see, 3-4 minutes left of this quarter.
We won't be wanting a repeat of the first quarter. Obviously conceding at the death of it. I mean, if we can keep the score like this, I think we can take a lot of confidence from this quarter. I think it's been a much better quarter from Strath, so we just want to try and finish the quarter strongly, try and get maybe one more chance.
Certainly be looking after a couple of short corners, maybe win another one and start to really ask some questions and trouble Nick Cadlin goal. Let's see, getting in with the 2-goal deficit might be a boost to confidence in terms of something to carry forward. Being able to half the arrears would be a big step.
Absolutely.
That's a good ball into D. Look, it was going to run through everyone. Turned over.
Oh, wow.
And Strath get the short.
Well, I'd imagine this might be probably one of the last plays of the half. So, yeah, big chance for Strath here to get back in the game. Had a couple shorts already. Haven't quite gone our way, so yeah, a massive opportunity here.
Umpires just having a bit of a check-in and a conversation on this one. Callum Darrick was the defender in conversation. He's getting the explainer as to why the short was given. I see the 2 umpires just finished their explanation. We'll see if there's anything that changes from that decision. The one benefit, I say the one, I'm sure there's lots of benefits really, from hockey having 2 umpires, that chance to have that discussion if there's a disagreement between the two about what was given. Following that discussion, the decision will stand. It is a short corner. We see now 3rd one of the quarter for Strath, just trying to find a way now. As we called just 30 seconds or so ago, chance to half the arrears. Another one blocked, this time first runner as Callum Darrick, the one who's adjudged to have given it away, is the reason it.
Hopefully he's all right.
Still just up to his feet and feeling himself a little bit there, a little bit sore that one. Back up and moving about, Callum Darrick. Mackenzie just trying to hold it within his own 25, and now Campbell goes the long bomb. And he's only just a step back out, trying to apply some pressure further up the pitch, but Wayside are going to bring it straight back and try and ask more for Nick Cadlin, but that's just too much on that pass and it'll run behind.
Well, I mean, you have to say that the short corner defence from Uddy has been very strong. They get out quickly and they've got a block in every time, so yeah, I mean, we're going to have to think about what else we could do because they're out very quickly, aren't they?
We saw it in that's that kind of middle of the 3 routines, that shuffle across the near side. So certainly just trying to find and pick solutions, but also I guess there's a degree of, trust in what you've had that's worked so far and go, maybe we can just be that little bit quicker. Yeah. Maybe it's just something we catch them cold. As Uddy try and step up the pressure in the final couple of minutes of quarter 2. Spouse able to step onto that when the Croston can recover.
I have to say my estimation, there's the end of the quarter. I was just about to say my estimation of the short corner we had about 3 or 4 minutes ago be the last play was way off.
We said the last major play, and
yeah.
You know what? I think that's fair to argue.
Yeah.
So we hit the halfway mark in this one. Pretty much, and as you were from quarter 1, I guess the only additional notes is something we've kind of touched on already, which was just keep things moving, keep the momentum. For Uddingston, that hasn't really happened, and from a Strathclyde perspective, they have halted the kind of the pressure. And
I think we were the edged it in that quarter. I'd say that we were the better team and we had more outcomes. But as I said, I do think Uddy were quite happy sitting back a little bit more and letting us have the ball, and they obviously had their very strong first quarter where they got their lead. So yeah, I think it'll be both teams won't be too disappointed right now with where they are at half time, because Strath are still in the game, can try and get the next goal, and Uddy are obviously in a strong position where if they get the next goal it should probably be game done. So
what we're going to do is we'd like to take just a couple of minutes break while the players do the same, just to pass on instructions of our own. Not for you, you're doing grand, don't worry. But we'll take a quick pause. We'll be back for when the second half of quarter 3 gets started. Well, almost ready for quarter 3 now. As Uddingston get ready to try and take more authority on this game that would see them book a place in the next round of the plate. Been a real game of 2 quarters so far. Let's get that cliche out. One, so Uddy take 2 goals and an early lead. Quarter 2, something that Strathclyde will have got a degree of confidence from, not able to trouble the scoreboard yet, but certainly knocking it on that door sets up quarter 3 nicely in terms of what we should come to expect. I said earlier in the game, quarter 3, one where the game can change dramatically. We'll see.
It's a very good touch there from Conor Greer.
If the dramatic changes, Strathclyde is good fizz across the face of the D as well there.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Get the short too. Well, we said this game can change wildly in these little moments.
Will be interesting to see what they do here, because I think the last 3 shorts they've had, they've just gone for the flick and the from the edge of the D, from the central edge, but obviously they've all been blocked, so it'll be interesting to see if they try a different technique here and go for something else, but we'll see.
See, this is the bit I love with hockey as well, is the notion of, like, you could just do a trick play or anything like that. Just let's just try and outfox each other, which is potentially what happens here. It looks like that changed out, reversing the tip just over. Uddy get things restarted quickly. This game looks to find a little bit of tempo, a little bit of energy. Now Richmond Spouse through the middle. Pressure comes.
Good skills.
Force them just to lay that one back to Joe Russell. Most confident play forward, and now Uddy defence scrambling as Duncan can't find a way through Campbell. Pick off from the pass, and now great. Strath swing it from right to left and try and drive forward, but it's Stephen McKenzie that picks it off. Just alive to that move is now the away side back over it. The defensive 25 looking for a way forward, can't find one.
Another good pick out from Stevie there.
Strachan. The umpire's whistle will keep possession. Not sure if that was on pitch or sideline. That just get it in.
Yeah,
yeah. Just send it in the D and see what happens.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. Well, sometimes if there's nothing obvious on, and it's just can always be worth just putting it in a dangerous area. So we might now even have a free minute to discuss my salary for stepping in the commentary box for today.
Oh, I see how this game works. We jump on, put the mic on, and then we start talking money. Oh, you put me on the spot big time. Look, we'll put a pin in that conversation till the end of the broadcast. It's fine. It's fine. It's the away side just trying to find a way to open the door again. Is this game? Well, quarter 3 really starting to open up. Great. Strachan, just try and break up play.
It's a great little bobbly touch by Tom, and he's good tackle there. It's a very good tackle.
Look at Garner, just lay that one back, and now Russell and Haxton exchange passes, and Uddy from the defensive zone need to try and work their way out. Haxton managed, pass picked off early.
Be a good chance.
Stark options left and right, forced to just hold in the middle now. Now into the D. Tries to buy the outcome. Oh, still looking for it.
Looked like there might have been a foot in there, but could be wrong. But we still have it.
Real Stramash now at the edge of D. Umpire's happy to let it go there. He's forwards and defenders did battle there now. Looks like we might be about to see that resume. Strathclyde back on the front foot. Skip around the challenge again, trying to manufacture another de-entry, but picked off from Wilson.
And out of curiosity, the box next to us, like the suite, what's that used for? Is there hospitality available for Uddy matches?
Is this the part where I tell you you've come to the wrong box and you could have been in a box with a bar
Oh, no way.
soft seats?
Is there anyone in there today?
I hope so.
All right,
So
wow.
I've got to be honest. I've been in a mad panic of getting everything set up for this. Producer Paul, who's normally runs our games, taking a well-earned holiday. Put a pin in the rest of that. Is Richard's Faust has a chance to try and force something for Uddy and Halliday. IGD hands on head for Coach Tom Hyman. He wants something from this. They forced a hold and battle, and now they'll win the short.
Well, there's a massive opportunity here for Uddy to put a dent in Strath's spirits, so they'll be looking to make the most out of this chance.
Unless they could look at less problems they've been able to cause since those first two goals. This, as you see, good opportunity to stamp some more authority on this one. Yeah, for members listening in that hospitality suite, we're speaking about passes available on Timo. You get across the club members app Timo, you can get yourself signed up, and a space in the bar is yours.
Boom.
Campbell.
Oh my goodness, Valley.
It was a really, really good effort there, and went at some lick. It was wide.
I was just waiting for that to hit the net. It was one of those ones, yeah.
Nice little, don't know if it's a nice reminder or a little bit of a flashbacks to had the camera just myself down for indoor when we were playing indoor this winter break. I'm just trying to keep up with the play sometimes. The boys can play at some speed. That one in particular, a little bit reminiscent of trying to keep up with the short corners from indoor. Thankfully, from the camera position we've got here, it's a little bit easier to be zoomed out and get a good view of it. Gardner trying to push down the Uddy left, look for something now. He's in the D. Too many blue shirts to help him, and
very good defending from Nathan Constable.
Was he supposed to be snapping at heels, but really it was the succession of stick challenges there that he was able to make his way through, even with the umpire's whistle to help as well.
He was thinking about the aerial there, wasn't he?
Just very visual, that, in terms of the thought process. It was painted all over him of what he wanted, but right, good restraint to just go, I don't think the option's there. I'm not feeling it. Let's hold. We're looking again though. We want it.
We do get it.
We do send the aerial bomb. We pick it off as well, but the umpire's whistle means it's not Strath ball. Mackenzie, the Uddy left. Bit of confusion there. I think Louis Gardner got the shout to leave, and there wasn't anyone behind him really that could profit.
It was probably the Strath left back that said that.
I was going to say, hey, look, that's the gamesmanship. Let's go for it. Got to say, it's not often in sports where you see young Luca Gardner there just climb up like it's basketball, like dangle the stick out to bring that ball out of the air. And
that's a great pick there from Harry Gray.
not afraid to go aerial in this game, both sides. As try and find a way forward, and a little gesture of the stick. Use the stick, honest umpire. It's Uddy ball instead, and forwards now try and make a dent as Halliday sent one to chase. Hits the deck.
He's kept it in. He's done very well, hasn't he? Wowie.
And one Uddy ball as well. It's going to be told to brought back just to play from the actual spot this time. Good work there from Finn Halliday. Now Richmond space. There's something in the dealing to
3D skills. Hello.
Bit of that 3D skill in, and now take a strike. Comfortable save for the keeper.
Well, I've always wanted to say this. I never thought I'd really.
McGregor with the tip.
What a touch.
Oh, and that one will run through.
Yeah. That was a great touch there. Just it looked like it was on his reverse side. Little chip straight into the bottom corner. I mean, Park will be disappointed that he didn't manage to keep that out, but yeah, that's a massive goal there for the context of the game. And right before that goal, I was going to say, I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to commentate on any sport in my life, really. So now that I'm here, I really do need to say this. Cheers, Jeff.
Yeah, of course. There might not be too many cheersing going on between Strath goalkeeper and defender there. I think just a little bit of a mix-up and deceived by the deflection. But yeah, I'm afraid we're not quite at that stage yet where we're going to get the reports from games in other grounds. You can get the little cheers, Jeff, in at the end as well. We'll have to hold on for that one yet. I will message Scottish Hockey and have the word.
Absolutely.
Look, who knows? We'll bring the cameras across to Strathclyde and get some that Wednesday night. That Wednesday afternoon games.
We've got the Taxis Cup coming up, which is a big uni tournament between Glasgow Cali and Glasgow Uni and Strathclyde, and it's at Steps this year, so it's at home for us, and it's basically just like it's quite a fun tournament. But like the Taxis Cup is played between the three unis in every single sport, and so we'll have that'll be our last Bucks related tournament before that season ends.
Good pick out from Hardy there, but shows too much to it's Constable, the defender there. You see the Glasgow Uni's doing battle certainly sounds the potential for fireworks on that one. I don't know if it's which sport tends to be the most notorious for that, but yeah. I'm sure it gets a little bit fiery as McGregor left to chase in the front line. And he's handing the goals today.
Well, I don't think it's Christmas, but I feel like we might need a little bit of a Christmas miracle now.
I like that thought, though. I like that thought. Yeah, look, like I say, I'll just reiterate my position of hockey changes so fast.
Can do.
There's another aerial sent in looking for Louis Gardner. Can bring it down, can't keep a hold of it though. Still Uddy ball. Look, it's not over yet. It's not over yet by any stretch.
There's still quite a bit of time left in this quarter, and if we manage to sneak a goal, that could be quite big. But yeah, Uddy are definitely in the ascendancy.
A little bit of tails up. Freddy's let's try and keep the pressure on, but it's Strathclyde ball now. It's just a case of kind of trying to resist these waves at the moment, and then get back to where you were in terms of creating those short corners and trying to get something, and then that lifts you. And in this counter, is there something that lifts the away side? Great, trying to find a way through. Will advance with the umpire's whistle again.
Harry takes it quickly, and he's still got it. And
I'm sure the atmospheric mics picked up that very loud what is. I think that was from Harry as he found out the umpire's decision was the other way.
Tackle from Foster. And it'll still be an Uddy ball.
Richmond space from the sideline trying to send one to chase. Wilson will go for it. He's just going to have to put some pressure on.
Well, at the end of the day, we've still got the most exciting part of the day to look forward to, and that's match tees.
Oh, good ball in from Richmond Spice, but they can't pick it up. Match tees, That's it's one we've been discussing from a social media perspective. I need a favourite from you. Where you, on your travels and the games you've played, has there been one that you would dine out on, as it were?
Well, I'd say, have you ever been to Inverleith? Play ESM like and like the Inverleith, like ESM used the rugby club there, and they do like a chicken curry for a match tea, and you just can't beat it. You just cannot beat it. It's delicious every time. I don't know. Do you happen to know what today might be, or is it?
I haven't been past the menu, I'm afraid. I don't know what the culinary choices were, I'm afraid.
I'll let the players eat first.
The chili.
Of course.
The chili was one that was reviewed highly.
Oh yes.
From
chili con carne.
I believe that was
hello.
the one that I don't know if it's today. I just know that was one that was mentioned to me as that's good. So when it's not, I apologise. And if it is, enjoy it. In the meanwhile, just trying to find a way out of the defensive zone. Instead, it's Louis Gardner. Lovely dance around, and the layoff instead for Richmond Spice. Real selfless work there from Louis Gardner as he put it on a plate for Richmond Spice, and it's a fine finish to make it 4 for Uddy.
Pick that out right into the roof of the net. Very nice goal. Yeah.
Well, we said quarter 3 is where the game gets won and gets lost. Still plenty that can change in quarter 4, but it's a long way back for Strathclyde now. 4 goals down. You'd imagine, actually, looking at the clock as it ticks away on quarter 3, you'd really want something before the end of quarter. Fizz past too much for Louis Gardner. Here we go though for
good work there.
Away side.
See it.
Good drive in. Oh, Alec Duncan there looking at the back post. Well, I said he wanted a moment that could give you a goal that lets you start clawing your way back. That perhaps could have been that.
That was a very good chance. Ali will be a little bit disappointed, but he's scored so many goals this season and he's had such a great season that I can't be too critical of the guy.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair on that one. He's the umpires blow time on quarter 3. Successful one from an Uddingston perspective. After not so convincing quarter 2, they score another 2 goals in quarter 3 to add to their lead, and now well in command as we approach the 4th and final. Just a chance for conversation between umpires and captains there. I wonder if what's been developing in that quarter 3. Just a little reminder.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were both just curious what was for match teas, just like ourselves. That's probably what
look,
that
food's
was
really
about.
on your brain, yeah. Some people get hangry. You're just getting curious now.
Umpire, do you know what's for dinner?
Just shout down. It's fine. Right, lads. Oh dear. Yeah, dear. Yeah, look, it's been a lovely day for hockey. It's been good fun. It's the Strathclyde doubleheader, I should say, as well. We've not. I can't believe we've got to the between quarter 3 and quarter 4 without saying the.
Of course.
Look, there's perhaps a reason I've left it. If you're not aware of the scoreline for our Gents 5, Strathclyde 2s was the opponent here at 10:30 this morning.
Was it live streamed?
I'm afraid to say our Gents 5s are not one of the teams.
Oh right.
Look, I'm open to those discussions if the guys want to have a chat. But they're actually also less keen to be live streamed.
Well, I know Martin from the Uddy 5s. He umpires some of our Strath games. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, I'm afraid to say you would have been more happy than he was at the conclusion of the game. 6-0 it went to the Strathclyde 2s. you got first blood on that one. We're still some way off matching to try and get the aggregate score.
Oh, exactly. I know exactly. We're still up 5-4 on the day. Let's go. Come on, boys.
Oh dear. It's not too often you get the chance for a double header like this. It's been good fun. It's been good fun.
I hope for the guys' sake that they can get a goal. I think that they've been in enough good areas and created enough good opportunities that I think they deserve a goal, and I don't see them getting back into the game now, even though in sport you never know, but I hope that they can at least grab a goal for their sake, and at least then they scored while on the telly. And then, that person can stick the goal up on their Instagram story and pretend it was a last-minute winner or something. Like.
Hey, look, whatever you want to call it. We can get the Photoshop out and just adjust the score. No, that's one I certainly expect now from some of the players is when we film the games, a message. Suit of foot, like normally it's 6 o'clock. We've literally just packed the kit down. I've not even had a look at the replays, and it'll be, oh, did you didn't happen to get my goal? You didn't get a clip of my goal? I haven't looked yet. When I look, I will send it across.
I'd like to think with the 1, 2, 3, 4, with the 4 cameras, I don't think you could miss it. I don't think
you would think that. You would think that. I'm afraid to say there have been moments where we've let ourselves down, but I think so. I think today's been a good operation. A big thank you to our 2 camera operators, Aidan and Finlay, as they stand back at their posts and ready to rock. And what I should say is we touched on producer Paul, who normally runs the show on holiday today. Hope you're having a good time if you're tuning in, Paul. Otherwise, go enjoy your holiday. Take a break.
Whereabouts is he, do you know?
He told me, and in my embarrassing state, I have failed to remember.
I've thrown you in it there.
So, Paul, please ignore that last
I'm always curious about where people find themselves going on holiday.
They have had a couple of weekend away breaks, so I thought if it was just a local one this time instead.
Staycation.
But what it does mean is we've promoted Lee, who's done cameras for us before. He's into the producer hot seat, first time in the hot seat, so he's been doing really well from what I've been able to catch. And
there's a professional operation going on in here, so everybody's doing a fantastic
I like the
job.
little notion of professional, just to remind me that we've still got that financial conversation to have.
Oh,
as
of
well.
course, yeah. And if not, then I'll see you in court.
Okay, I see how it is. Yeah. We have got quarter 4 underway. We are aware that quarter 4 has started as well.
Oh yeah, we've got a bit of
there is a hockey game that still happens as well.
Sorry.
But Stephen McKenzie trying to pick out Hacks in the middle. Does look like Matthew McCrossan can recover that one himself though. Miss for Strathclyde.
First time ball, and it does work.
Just about get away with that one. Chance. You need to score. You need to score early if you're going to put cat amongst pigeons. These little errors though won't help. Wilson. Now Louis Gardner.
Great skill.
Lovely skip around the challenge. Now he's looked to do the same again. It's 2 ahead of him as well in Uddy Blue. Just wants to get to D first. He's allowed defenders to get back, but has it opened the opportunity for Louis to strike this one? Forced a good save. Wouldn't land for Halliday to profit.
Well, those are some good stick skills there. Great hands.
It's, I'm aware we haven't built that 4,000-seater stand yet, but that's a real bums-off seat moment.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I guess for the guy standing pitch side, it's more of a just lean forward, little arms over the bar now. Haxton, Richmond spouse in the middle, almost alone in the sea of Strathclyde midfielders. Now Russell.
Stevie would love to grab a goal, but that should be a goal.
That opens the door for Halliday. As Alex McGregor goes from scorer to provider, and Uddy make it 5 early in quarter 4.
Well, game's on in terms of the aggregate of the day now. Next goal's huge.
Like you say, it's still 6-5, I should say. Still 6-5 in the way of.
Oh, is it 6-0 or?
I'm afraid to say it was 6-0.
Okay.
So you're still up as it stands.
Wowee.
A rough morning for Uddy, but hopefully one that looks like it's ending on a higher note.
Absolutely. Good read.
You were saying about Stephen McKenzie love a goal as well. Before it rolls in, the thought did strike me of I was very close to saying Stephen McKenzie rolls off the front line, drops off to get involved in the play, and thinking, hang on, Stevie, what are you doing that far up the pitch? Come back.
Oh, Stevie loves a goal. He scores quite a few goals for Strath. He scored in our final in St Andrews on Wednesday, and yeah, he loves getting involved further up the pitch, doesn't he?
I will say, as he's getting involved in the challenges there again, certainly goes up as big game player for me. The anyone who kept up with last year's gala day at indoor, not the one this year. There was a very late goal scored by Stephen McKenzie to send the boys up. So certainly has previous for that finals goal.
I wonder if he. I'd be curious to know if he'd celebrate. Would he hold his hands in the air and against his former club, or?
It's just who's upset you this week. Just go right to their face. Say hello.
Oh, that's a great pass.
And McGregor draws a save out of the keeper.
Ooh.
I think always when you see scorelines like this as well, is Wilson, just put a pin in that thought just for a wee second, is beyond the 25, and now Uddy looking for that sixth as Louis Gardner can get the free hit. Frit, because my brain is working too quickly apparently.
A fleet, I think you're talking about, what is it, fries in French? Maybe that's from Match Tees.
Look, I'd be straight across if that was on offer.
But no, what I'm curious about is if Uddy do get the sixth goal, does it go to Flicks?
Should we do Flicks for extra?
The day aggregate?
Just shout down and let the lads know. I don't know out of the Gents 5 who's left about, because we'd have to get a couple of them in as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
As McKenzie rotates back to Russell. Darek. Look at on his own in the middle. Rolls one challenge, and they try and feed it forward. And Richmond Spouse, on the edge of the D, will strike this himself.
Oh, that's a great save.
Hopefully tip wide. Was trying to say earlier as well, you look at scorelines like this and sometimes the thought is maybe the keeper's not had such a good game, but actually Hepburn and goal has been every save that you'd expect a keeper to make he certainly made, and some of the goals not really given much chance. You think of the tip from McGregor, it's right in front of him, there's not a lot of reaction you can have there.
Yeah,
always a rough one as a goalkeeper. I've
known Andy Hepburn for a very long time. He was our goalkeeper in school as well, and he's always been a very solid keeper. So today's definitely not on him. I think Uddy deserve. I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the game. To be fair, it'd be nice if we got a goal, but.
So I just had a giggle there at Luke Gardner and a little bit of a three-way clash as his bodies met there. Yeah, certainly a game that's gone in Uddy's favour, but
we can take a lot of confidence. I think second quarter, I think we were very good, and maybe the first half of the third quarter too. But then, Uddy have gone into third gear, and they've definitely been the dominant side for this quarter and probably the last 20 minutes.
As you touched on, the only frustration mark you perhaps put is those short corner opportunities. You want to turn one of them into a goal.
We had quite a few opportunities to get it to 2-1, and I suppose we had to take one of them and we didn't. But maybe on another day. But it's good that we still were creating opportunities. But that'll go down as the missed opportunity. Those short corners definitely.
McKenzie lay it back as he brings that one out of defence, and now Darek's turn. Goes down the channel, Rooney McDonald back on. Lays it on to McKenzie, and further right it goes. Richmond Spouse's blue shirts start to swarm in the D. Not quite the contact. Get another chance now back from Campbell. McKenzie, McDonald ahead, picks him out. Really keeps it moving. Focus required from the Strathclyde forwards as Campbell draws them on.
Oh, all right, okay. So it's going to be a
head to head. We'll
Ooh.
call that one short. As Ali Duncan and Jed Campbell, I think, is Jed trying to twist away from danger. The two of them met each other. A bit of a forehead kiss, that one.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that was
Yeah,
intentional.
I don't know,
But the little
what
chuck
that
of
was
the, the little chuck of the water bottle on top comes straight off. Water all over the pitch. Okay. Well, look, it's enough for one of you to have a sip, I'm sure. Oh dear. Jed back to his feet, head it's a little bit sore, a little touch just to check, but he will take himself off and allows Graham Haxon on in his place. Better safe than sorry on that one.
Text from my dad there saying that I don't think the Six Nations is going too well for Ireland.
I did see a BBC alert that said something to the effect of thumping.
Oh wow, okay.
And yeah, no ideal. I guess from a Scotland perspective, I've not really been keeping up with it, but as far as I know, the general feel is not good.
No, I mean they had a chance to beat England, and yeah, we got unlucky in the end and a missed kick in the last minute, and I suppose we'll go down to rue that missed opportunity. But I suppose we don't really need to worry about rugby right now because
look, we've got the better sport on in
Exactly,
front. If I'm allowed to be that biased. Yeah.
although hockey and rugby do have something in common, especially here at Uddy, where you're able to enjoy a pint while watching the game. But obviously that's not the case in football.
Jumped through his Strathclyde, good recovery there, but it's just the issue is they're getting camped in the university side that when the ball comes back out,
I think
just
it might
finding blue shirts.
might now just be a case of you know, take the loss and don't make it any worse, and try not concede again. And yeah, I suppose they won't want Uddy running up the scoreline even more. So
This is why I'm not a hockey coach, obviously, but for me, throw it forward, let's get one. I want something to take home. My argument would always be, what's the difference between 5 and 6?
well exactly.
One obviously, but
Well, yeah.
what's the difference between 5 and, I think, would I rather lose 6-1 or 5-0? I want the one. I want
Yeah,
something. I want a little
exactly.
something to feel good about.
It's always good to get on the score sheet, absolutely.
It's Strathball from that. Is
I mean, if like what's do you like? Obviously, you're probably here most weeks. What's been Uddy's biggest win this season in the Scottish Premiership?
I believe we're going back to the top of the year. Pin in that just as opening for Louis Gardner and Jamie Wilson. Gardner tips himself. He's 6.
Yeah, very nice reverse.
Icing really on the cake now for Uddingston there. And he was selfless before at that time. No danger of scoring it. He wanted the goal there, did Louis Gardner.
Absolutely. Fair play to the guy.
Now for Strathclyde it is.
First time we've gotten forward in quite a while, but obviously didn't manage to retain it.
Just that little wave of maroon shirt stepping forward, you thought just try and force something. Accent tries to go the aerial route, picked off, and in the contest it's Strathclyde ball, and he's the chance for that one to accompany the 6. That's great. So rumble his way through the middle. We'll get the umpire's decision to help him with that.
Well, chance for Strath here to maybe grab something. And so yes, what was Uddy's biggest win of the year then in the Scottish Prem?
I'm trying to recall. I think there was certainly a good result against Inverleith that stood out as a pretty significant win. And forgive me for it's in the 6 to 7 bracket to nil it round up being when we got. I think it was the first game we broadcast this season, to be honest.
All right.
Partly wild. Excuse my memory starting to fail me.
No, but like I was just curious how this result compares to some of your bigger wins in the league.
This is this is up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. I think it's fair to say it's been a rough season in terms of the results not being quite what we like.
Yeah.
But I think the frustrating part for a lot of the games where it hasn't gone right is that it's been close.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily on the scoreboard, but the performance levels have been similar. It's just taking the chances and making them count.
Yeah. Well, it does look like quite a young team.
Certainly for us at the moment, it's both the ladies and gents sides are on the young side. It's why then the focus can be on development, and what you want to see is progress and performance, and the results you can be confident come alongside that. It's just obviously when you have those games where performance is there but the result is not, it's where just keeping the head and not getting too frustrated about it. Up the shout there from Coach Tom Hyman. He wants the ball to move forward a little bit quicker. He's forced instead to watch the defence hold and keep it at the back as Strachan can't find his way through. Campbell can recover. Obviously just shield.
Yeah, it's nice.
You see, Callum as well, we're speaking about Uddy in the state of the season. This one for Strath, it's really only a blot on what has been a really productive one. For yourselves this season?
Yeah. I mean, it has been a very positive season. I mean, in the National League, we probably would have liked to have finished a little bit higher, but we're not. It doesn't look like we're going to be in any bother of going down or anything like that. So we'll regroup and try and go again in the National League next season. And and then Bucks, it's been a really positive year. So I think that we didn't have anything to lose today, and I think we've had some nice moments and made a decent account of ourselves. But in the end, Uddy definitely we're just a bit too strong.
When you have those competitions at the start of the year as well, like, let's say you come in, you've got the Bucks the Wednesday, and you've got the National League on the Saturday. As players, do you look at that and go, look, Bucks is where we really want to make our mark, and the Saturdays are nice and it'd be good to do well?
Yeah.
Would you look at it and go, let's be greedy and try and do both? Or which way around do you fall in terms of where do you really want to succeed?
Well, I feel like it probably is often quite 50-50 in terms of the passion people show on a. Oh.
Door opens for Wilson from the missed touch. Good recovery though. Constable trying to make a nuisance. Got more work for him to do though. His Richmond spouse can pick up, drive towards edge of D. Just crowded out in the end.
But I think we always do seem to have a very similar level of motivation towards Saturdays and Wednesdays. But I'd be lying if I didn't say there isn't often a little bit more to an edge in those Wednesday games when you're against other uni teams. Another short for Uddy.
Good work from Max Strachan just bursting through there, just causing a little bit of trouble. Look, that aggregate score might be in danger. Final couple of minutes in.
Oh, I know. Oh, my
quarter
goodness.
four.
Oh, no, I know.
Is this it? Didn't go Uddy's way in the 10:30 game. Is there a little shift in the aggregate now? Seen a couple already from Jed Campbell with some pace. Has he got one more? PCD all set and ready. Try and keep this one at bay. As Richmond spouse drives that on the foot, and Campbell will do a rerun.
Well, I suppose this would just be rubbing salt in the wounds here, but
Richmond spouse left for Campbell, pulls it wide. Cheeky little routine, that one. By our clocks, that would be that. There has been a little bit of time off, but it was too much just for that head knock for Campbell. How about this for Max Strachan though? That keeps it at bay.
just getting a wee video here for the memories. Never know when I'll be in a commentary box again, so yeah, something to remember it by.
Those fresh memes.
Absolutely.
As the kids, I don't know if the kids still say it.
I've never heard that before, but the fresh memes. I can't say I've heard that one.
I don't want to say I'm showing my age, but I think that perhaps is what it is. Oh dear. Last 10 seconds straight from Tom Hyman. Is there any more for Uddy? Can Strathclyde just resist these final few moments?
There you go.
Yes, they can. Yeah, it answers itself very easily. That one is umpire's call time on this. And almost in an apt way, it leaves Uddy and Strathclyde aggregately even across the two games.
Across the 2 games, yes. But yeah, I'm sure this is Strath would have probably rather. This was one they might rather got a positive result in, but at the end of the day, well done to the twos because they got a great result earlier, and yeah, I mean it was a good contest, but yeah, I think Uddy really showed the different level and quality in the last quarter or two. I don't think that's too unfair to say, and yeah, and I'd say Strath at the moment are a work in progress. We've got a new coach that's just come in for the first ever time Strath have ever had a hockey coach. He's involved with the Scotland stuff, Luke Stone, so he's been helping out on Wednesdays, and yeah, I think we're going to be trying to bring some more good players in next season and keep getting better. But I mean, this is definitely a platform to kind of like hopefully look back to one day. Hopefully, when we're playing these sorts of matches more regularly, and compare ourselves to this result here today, because we're just going to hopefully keep getting better, and I think that we put in a good fight. But yeah, obviously in the end, Uddy a different level of quality, I think.
We're just watching as Steve McKenzie in conversation with teammates, and by that I mean Strathy teammates. Yeah, go give it a shout as well.
Stevie! Oh, I've just been...
There you go.
I got
you got your wave.
Almost got completely ignored. That would have been embarrassing.
Pied live on camera. Oh dear. Look, that's it. Well, we'll leave it as well for the UDDY TV broadcast. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us. If you haven't already somehow found us by sheer chance or luck, it's at UDDY Hockey across all the social media channels, whether that's Instagram, whether that's TikTok, whether that's Facebook. People still use Facebook. I would say Twitter, but again, people still use Twitter in inverted commas. But you certainly find us there, and make sure you're looking up Strathclyde Hockey Club as well. You'll find them across the social media outlets as well.
Absolutely,
Go give them a follow and a bit of support too. All that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining us, Callum. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. It's been great fun.
Time, absolutely. Really enjoyed it.
And it's ended with Uddy progressing into the next round with a 6-0 victory over the University of Strathclyde. That's it. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Unbelievable. We're off to enjoy match tees.